Welcome to another edition of Let's Get Crystal Clear. I'm your host, Christal Jordan, and welcome to a highly anticipated third show, but it's highly anticipated because Tondy from Ready to Love is here.
Hey,
welcome, Tondy.
Thank you for having me.
You are more than welcome. You were requested over and over and over
Wow,
again.
I'm flattered.
You were demanding to hear Tondy's side of the story.
I appreciate that.
People tuned in and record amounts and watched the first episode where I talked to Reva after we all watched the reunion show of Ready to Love. Doing very, very well on extremely well from all the views and tweets that we saw about the show. There was an upset. You and Mario were together. We saw you guys during the entire season.
Yeah.
Really seemed to have a connection. You guys did seem a lot different, but you seemed to have a real connection. And then Reva self-eliminated herself. You guys were moving towards dating and being in a relationship. The reunion comes back. Mario is with you, sitting down next to you, kind of being a little abrasive in some of the outtakes that we heard.
A little different there.
Yeah, a little different. We could tell that it was different because you seemed shocked. And then the show abruptly there was an upset when he switched sides and said that he and Reva were now together. Reva came on the show and gave her side of the story. YouTube went crazy and demanded that we have you come and tell your side of the story. So I'm gonna give the floor to you.
Well, thank you. Well, first of all, I do want to say that I am so grateful. I've had a great support system, Team Tondy. Thank you guys so much. I will say this has been it's just indescribable. Just imagine that you're in a relationship with somebody that claims, well, I shouldn't say claims, but tells you how they feel about you. They care about you. You're this, you're that. I'm going to protect you. And
we
then,
saw him put the fake ring,
my clay ring.
a fake ring on the finger. It was cute though.
But to me, that was very symbolic.
It was very cute.
It was a date
I
that we
loved it.
had.
Yeah.
I was very shocked when he did that, and I was impressed. I mean, I was, he wooed me. He really did.
He seemed not. And I told Mario this because he was here. He seemed the most genuine.
Yeah.
From what we could see as viewers on the show.
That's
as,
the same way that I felt. I mean, during, on our journey, Mario was always honest. He was always a gentleman. It was just very shocking and heartbreaking.
Yeah.
That's not who I knew. It was totally out of character.
Wow.
I've never seen that side of him.
Until the reunion.
Until the reunion.
What happened with you and Mario once, because we saw you guys on a pier at the finale. So after that, because we heard you guys went out of town, what was the relationship like when the show ended?
You know what? It was a normal relationship. It was just like, we decided after we, because that was a commitment. That was us making a commitment to one another. That's what that was about. You had the option to choose each other or choose yourself.
Right.
Okay, so Mario had all these chances
To choose something different.
choose something different. Now, as they all know, on there, I'm myself.
Right.
I'm who I am. I am Tondy.
Right.
And I'm not going to change that for anybody. I believe in compromise, conforming, all of that. Whatever, that's what a relationship entails.
Absolutely.
And I told him I would do that. But
let me ask you this, because there was a scene where you were at his house. I think you were meeting his family.
Yes.
And you kind of overheard them. Well, they were sharing with you that he can be a little bit controlling, and a little bit, I guess, rigid in the way he looks at what women should do and not should do. What did you think at that point, or had you started to see signs of that in you guys' relationship?
you know what? I am the type of person. I'm going to go by how you treat me.
Okay.
Somebody's villain in their situation might not be my villain.
That's true. That's very true.
You know what I mean? So Mario has never tried to control me. He's been to the nail salon with me. I pick whatever I want. He says that's nice. The thing with the blue nails, he doesn't care about blue nail polish. per se. He just said if it doesn't, the color doesn't look good on you, I don't like that.
Okay.
So he's never showed me a controlling side.
Okay.
So all of these things that people are saying, I've never experienced.
Okay. Okay.
Okay.
You seem very outgoing.
I am.
He seems very
He's laid back.
reserved, laid back. Do you think that because he said that he felt like you guys were just too different. Do you feel like that's true?
No, I feel like he bit off more than he can chew.
Okay.
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 That's what happened. Mario likes fire. He likes a fiery woman. But when it comes to playing in the fire, I don't know if he's up to that. He's attracted to a fiery woman. He's told me his ex-wife is we have similar personalities.
Right.
So I'm honestly saying, because the problems that we had in our relationship were just normal couple, problems. Yes, he's laid back. He's a homebody. Yes, I like to go out and have fun and have my cocktails, and he's an occasional drinker.
Okay.
However, we still worked it out. He would come out with me. I would stay home with him and cook. I mean, I thought it was going fine.
Now, how long were you guys how long was the relationship moving in a positive way?
For the most part, we dated for 3 months.
Wow.
So, for the most part, like I said, and I'm trying to look at it from his eyes. Mario is the type, he wants a woman that's ready-made.
Yeah.
Hit the ground running. That's in a fantasy world.
Right.
Any type of relationship, you're going to have ups and downs.
Kind of got to grow into each other. Right.
Peaks and valleys. And one sign of SOS is like, oh, I don't know if this is going to work. I don't know if, and it was just like, okay, I'm not a lazy lover. When I mean lazy lover, I don't mean in the bed, because I ain't lazy in the bed. But I'm saying some people don't want to work for relationships. They want it to be just right there, and that's kind of unrealistic.
Right.
So, and he's told me I'm not, I'm very I'm very hard to please. I said, I wish you would have told me at the beginning, because I'm not doing
He said that he's hard to please.
Yes, he did.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Yes, he did.
Okay.
So that goes for anybody.
Right. It's going to be any situation. We saw your response. We saw your response at the reunion. What happened that caused you, what happened after that? And even, because he said that he apologized to you several times. There was, what happened after what we saw?
So after the reunion, of course, I'm in shock. I'm still in shock. And I'm hurt.
Right.
I'm humiliated. I mean, so immediately after reunion, he was standing around me, and he come up to me and tried to hug me. I said, get the F away from me.
Right.
I said, get the F away from me.
Right.
He says, you don't understand. I need to talk to you, I said, talk about what? What you did, I just can't forgive you.
Right.
I don't even want to talk to you. I was so hurt. And also, I'm very proud of myself on that reunion. Okay, I will say that, because anybody who knows me knows it could have went a whole different way.
That's real.
Okay. But he wanted to speak with me. And so we did speak with a producer that was also present.
Okay.
And,
like a mediator to make sure nothing went crazy. Okay.
And so he was apologizing. He said that was totally out of his character. He did also mention producers. But he also acknowledged the fact that he didn't have to do that.
Right.
He said, I could have said no. So when I'm hearing all of this talk about producers did this, producers said that, you have the option. They can't tell us what to say or do.
Right. Especially when you guys have been in a full relationship for 3 months.
A full-fledged, committed, exclusive relationship.
Wow.
Yes. Families involved, children.
Wow.
He's moved my daughter in her college, her on-campus apartment. He comes to the house, fix things. I mean, it was a normal, relationship. And we were together all the time.
One of the things you said was, are you going to do that in front of, you're going to show that example to your daughter? So you guys had actually started to.
Oh, yes. And I said that because, first of all, you're around my daughter. And second of all, that's one thing that we really have in common. We're so big on our daughters, our children. And I was in shock that this man that I felt I knew would do, show that example to
Right.
his daughters. He has
Right.
3 daughters. So you're going to go on national TV and show your daughters that you just adore and love.
Right.
That this is what a man should do to somebody that he cares about or loves.
Right.
No, not a good example. And you're showing my daughter it was just, I'm big on that's my priority.
That is a lot. Yeah, that is a lot, especially for you to introduce them, and that is a lot. Now, you
Yeah.
mentioned your daughter, and that was another big thing. This whole, I guess, triangle had issues from the beginning, because there was the conversation about what is friendship, what is not friendship, who is an associate, who's not an associate. So I'm gonna just let you speak to that. People wanted to know, what is your definition? Because one of the things I told Reva is maybe you guys define friendship differently.
Yes,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Well, what she said friendship is, I can agree with her.
Okay.
But I didn't say she was my damn BFF. I didn't say that. You're not
Right.
my BFF. But the interaction that we have requires boundaries. Okay? So me personally, and my mother always said, she said, Tondy, I didn't raise everybody. So you're going to get highly disappointed. You keep thinking everybody's going to move like how you move and think like how you think. And she's right about that. So that's a lesson learned, mama. However, Reva, she has contacted me to travel. She's contacted me to get our daughters together. She's contacted me to hang out. And so when I hear her saying, I never contacted her.
She said she never contacted you.
Oh,
It was
honey,
always through a mutual
our
friend.
mutual friend. Oh, okay. Well, my texts say otherwise.
Okay.
And we can show all of that today. We can show all of that. And what I was just trying to say is, when you're in the same social circle, you don't try to hop on the penis that your social circle friend was on. You don't do that.
Right.
It's uncomfortable. It's the moral compass is off with that. I would never do that.
Right.
It's about, and I feel like loyalty is so vintage these days. People never compromise your loyalty for opportunity.
Right. Now, I will ask you this, just playing devil's advocate.
Yeah.
You guys are on a show. It's a dating show. And you know that the other women on the show, 10 women dating 10 men.
Yes.
So did you feel like this situation is a little bit different than if we hang out in Atlanta and you meet a guy? But we're actually on here to date these 10 guys.
Yeah.
And they're on here to date these. And she mentioned that you had dated some other people, and so like people kind of knew of each other. So do you think that was a little bit different than the average situation, or maybe that's why this happened?
I know what you're saying. This is definitely a very unorthodox way of dating. We all signed up to put ourselves in this bubble.
Right, and you get to see what everybody else is doing.
everybody else is doing.
Right.
I wouldn't have a big problem if Mario didn't tell her out of his mouth, if the journey ended today, Tondy would be who I pick. And he's told her that quite often. You know what I mean? And this is a familiar ground because she's done this before.
See, we talked about that. She said that you guys, first of all, weren't friends. The mutual person said to her, the mutual friend said to her, did you know that they're dating? But it wasn't a big deal.
And that's true. She did mention it to her first.
Okay. But then you guys had a
Because the
conversation
mutual
about
friend
it?
brought it to my attention. I didn't know
Gotcha.
that she was putting heart eyes and hearts and all that under my ex's pictures until our mutual friend brought it up to me.
Okay.
And she stated to me, she said, well, I mentioned to Reva, hey, that's Tondy's guy, now we're all, we hang out every now and again. She was like, just, lay off of that.
Yeah.
She still didn't lay off of it. So that's what she refused to say.
Okay. She said that the guy slid in her DMs first.
And guess what? He probably did.
Okay.
But now that you know, your loyalty is to me if we're hanging out. That's all I'm saying.
Right.
He probably did. I don't put anything past any man.
Right. True.
And so she still didn't immediately unfollow. She claims I didn't say anything to her. We were at an outing that our mutual friend had. It's our mutual friend. And I did say something, not confrontational. I was just talking about, and she ended up unfollowing him after that.
Okay.
Now she did, and that was that.
Yeah.
It wasn't a big deal, but I will say it was still a long-handled spoon with
Yeah, that kind of lets you know this is the situation. Okay.
Yeah, and I said something to our mutual friend. I have those texts too, but I don't want to put her too much in it.
Right.
But I said something a little different with her. Okay. So we can hang if we all want to go out or whatever, but just a
Right.
long handled spoon with her.
Right. Did you guys go out of the country together, or she
Invited me, and not trying to be funny, but it was a thought trip. It was basically, she said it was going to be me, her, and some other girls that I didn't know. Our mutual friend wasn't involved in that at all. She hit me up herself.
Oh,
Our mutual friend had a man. She wasn't going on a trip like that. She said
so it was singles, ladies.
Yeah, because she said it was some football players.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I have the text, and I mean, I have it all.
Okay.
I'm willing to show them.
Okay.
She said it was some football players, and it was going to be me, her, and I think it was a couple of the girls or something of that nature. And I'm not going on a thought trip like that.
Right.
So I declined.
Okay. Now, did Mario see that text?
I've showed him all. I've showed Mario everything I got, and what he said was, well, I seen Reva's text as well, and it looked like she deleted some stuff. He said, you have a lot more than what she has. He said, but in her defense, he said, maybe her phone deletes automatically, something of that nature.
Right, okay.
So, but he's seen everything. He's heard her. I mean, on the phone, he had me call her one time. She was talking down on him.
Oh, no.
Oh, that's a lot, honey.
We
can sit and chat all night.
Not like the three-way that Alexis.
We weren't on the three-way. I called her because she warned me.
Right. And what was she warning you about Mario for?
She said she don't think he's been all the way honest. We were at the table with Tommy. She texted me under the table while we were about to eliminate the men.
Oh, okay.
So I don't know if
she was trying to get you to eliminate Mario, maybe?
That was very random.
Right.
So maybe she was, but she just said, be careful of Mario.
Okay.
And I didn't respond, and I ended up calling her after the wine bar, but Mario, we had met up after that, and I told him, I said, so I got a warning text about you. He said, from who? And I said, from Reva. And he said, really? And I said, she wants me to call her, but I was telling her we were coming out having, some wine or whatever. And he said, call her. I want to hear it. And he heard everything, and she was talking down on him. And so,
what was she saying?
She was basically like, I just want to let you know that, he hasn't been completely honest with me, and you need to watch him. I mean, he's lied about this. I've caught him up on this, caught him in lies. And I was just like, okay, just saying, hey, okay, I'm listening. And he heard the whole thing. He's getting heated.
Right.
He's getting heated. And he was like, she's lying. She's just mad because I'm not talking to her like that, and I'm choosing you over her. This is what he's saying.
Right.
He's heard it all.
Wow.
So, this is some messy stuff.
Wow. Now,
it's very messy.
That is very messy, because I almost wonder, like, is it him that is the problem? Because
Mario, no, he could put out this fire if he wants to.
Well, speaking of the fire, I see your Instagram.
Oh, gosh.
There is hearts under your pictures.
It's tongues licking out.
It was tongues licking out. What is that? When did that happen?
So I posted that post on November 7th. He came in the DM and he did some tongue emojis, and to him and I know what that means.
Right.
And
I think everybody knows what that means.
But at this time, I thought he was supposed to be with Reva. She's claiming they've been together since September.
Right after you guys split up. I guess what she said.
We split up around almost the end of September, and they were on a trip together.
They were on a trip, and I asked them about the trip. There seems to be some overlapping. That
timeline a little sketchy.
Right.
Little sketchy there.
So he's still reaching out on Instagram, putting hearts under your page.
We have never stopped communicating.
If you're just tuning in, this is Christal Jordan with Let's Get Crystal Clear. We're about to get crystal clear all up in these receipts.
Yes, ma'am.
Now, you and Mario broke up around the end of
September.
Right? Now, according to the reunion, he and Reva got together a couple of days later. 2 days later. Now,
easy breezy.
Now, you guys have been dating exclusively for 3 months.
Yes.
Break up. He says, did he call you and break up with you? Did he talk to you and break up?
Yes, we did have a phone conversation.
Okay.
And initially, the way that he was trying to do the breakup, it just didn't come across right. So I didn't know. So I called him the next day, and I was just talking normal couple talk, and he's just kind of like, no, Tony, remember what we talked about yesterday? This is that. And I was like, oh, okay. You didn't say that. So we were going back and forth with that. So that was that. So I accepted it. I said, okay, this is a hard pill to swallow. Had to sit on it. I mean, you know how you're going through a breakup. And we still would talk. I mean, he never would lose contact with me.
Now, according to the Instagram post, we see that you guys are he's still communicating with you. Is that?
We have never stopped communicating. Never. Because after the reunion, he was apologizing profusely, and he expressed to me that he felt so bad. Like he did express that he's remorseful. I wish I could have did this another way. Why did I, not follow my heart, follow what I wanted to do? I mean, just a lot of things. So, I felt like him still contacting me initially, I need Tondy, my support.
Right. I don't want her not to be friends with me.
Right, and his big thing was me forgiving him, and I said, right now I don't forgive you. Just give me some time, So like I said, we never lost contact, and I had spoken to him. I said, well, Genuine's in town. My girls and I are going to go out and hang out.
That's your ex, correct?
Yeah, that's
your ex. Okay.
Yes.
And
so he said to me, oh, that's cool, that's fine. But it was another story, because when it came to him, he was calling some of our castmates. Why would she post her hanging out with him on
he was upset about
social media? But I later found out, he said out of his mouth to me, I was in my feelings. He said I didn't like that. And just basically saying that's what pushed him to call Reva.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
That's what he said. He said that pushed me. He said, you pushed me away. I'm like, really? And he said that's what really made him call her.
Okay, she has a very R&B icon ex-boyfriend. That would be, but he knew that.
He knew. I'm an open book. I've told him, and he knows a lot. He knows everything about me.
Okay, so what about, so you guys are friends now? Where are we at now with you and Mario?
You're cool. Well, as of right now, I told him about almost 2 weeks ago we should not communicate anymore.
So you guys were still talking?
We were talking the whole time. I would see him. He's been to my house. Yes.
What do you mean he's been to your house? What are you talking about?
Ooh,
he's been to your house. Tondy, what is he doing at your house?
Let me explain this. During the course of Ready to Love, when it comes on every Saturday, Mario and I, our whole relationship from beginning to end has been documented, and we have to watch this and relive this every week.
What is he doing at your house?
Oh, he's trying to get to the
back to why is he at the house? And he's with Reva.
Well, he told me he was single and he's just dating her. This is his words. He said he's not.
When did he say that?
He just told me, I had to pull it out of him almost 2 weeks ago, that he's committed or in a relationship with her. Before 2 weeks from today, he said, I am single. I'm not in a committed relationship. I am dating her. We're dating. We're seeing each other.
But 2 weeks, because I interviewed her a week ago, and they were here, and they had been together. They're in love.
In love? No, he don't tell me that.
She said that. He didn't say that. Those were her words.
But yeah.
So you guys have still been seeing each other. Y'all still been. What is he doing at the house?
We talk on the phone. We FaceTime. Support each other after the episodes mainly. Like we'll talk and say, sometimes he'll call and say, "Man, that was hard to watch." I just wanted to check on you.
Okay, so the tongue underneath the picture. This happens while they have been together.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Let's tongue under the picture, pulling up to the house, all that.
Pulling up to the house after they're together. Do you think she knows that?
No.
Well, she gonna know today.
Oh well, that's for them
today.
That's for them to deal with. But yeah. It's
so
14 minutes away from my house.
I'm not gonna play these games with Tondy. I have asked her 3 times.
Hey,
what is Mario doing at her house? She has not responded to the question. Tondy.
Yes.
Okay, you've been with somebody for 3 months. They pull up at the house. Are these completely platonic visits?
Well, let me say this. We like to talk face to face sometimes.
But I'm gonna ask you, why would you?
Let me say this. I don't understand. We're all adults.
We are.
Okay.
Let it rip.
Let it rip. We're not over there playing Uno. Okay. All right.
Tondy. Okay. All right. Come on now, Tondy. So you and Mario.
Things happen, lady.
You and Mario have been more than friends since the reunion.
I was
Physically more than friends.
Things have gotten physical. Yes.
Okay. Why would you allow him to go there after he did? Because the entire country watching on was hurt for you, seeing him do that. That was messed up. I don't think it was his character, but it was. We really felt like, man, that is messed up for him to just do that. So how do you get to the point where you're cool with him to that extent?
Well, that gradually happened. Like I said, we would talk often and just talk or FaceTime and just try to hash things. We did meet up one time at the park and try to get closure on our relationship. Because we didn't have the proper closure. I mean, it was kind of just like so abrupt.
Right.
So we wanted closure, and I feel like closure should be face-to-face.
Okay.
So we met at the park.
Met at the park.
I didn't, don't come to my house, I'm not going to come to your house.
Okay, but then they got to the house later.
Well, later on down the line, because we were still always talking and FaceTimes and things like that, and let's keep it real. You know what I mean? We weren't broken up that long.
Right. Well, a few days.
We weren't broken up that long.
It was a few days.
And so that's a lesson to the ladies. Don't be the rebound. If you know a man just broke up with a woman, a couple days ago, you don't got it like that he's just gonna he's not gonna work his way back over.
Way back over there. So you obviously still have feelings for him?
Yeah, and he says the same thing.
So we're right back.
He says the same thing. He says, I still have feelings for you. And of course we do. I mean, it hasn't been that long.
Right.
And like I said, it was so abrupt.
Right.
So, like I said, I don't know what Reva was thinking, okay, he's just going to come and be with me. It doesn't work that way. You're in case of emergency lady. He broke the glass, okay? And then that's that. But he's still sniffing around his ex's door. And that's just how it goes.
But that's normal. Usually things clean breaks are not made.
They're not.
Clean breaks are not made. But
and I'm not saying that's a proud moment for me that things have gotten physical with us. Okay. I'm just saying it was a comfort thing. It's a comfort for both of us. Okay, so it is what it is, and I'm just gonna put it out there.
Just put it out there. All right. One of the things I asked Reva about, because I want to get back to the receipts, right? I asked her about her quote on the reunion of her saying the best woman won.
Yeah.
I felt like that was a competition between
single black female again.
The two of you guys, and her saying that she felt like you lied on her when she watched the show. And I was trying to figure out where are the lies. So the lies on her perspective, at least from my interview, and I'm trying to quote this correctly, but she felt like you guys were not friends. There was not communication between the two of you guys. Two of you, the communication was with a mutual friend.
Right.
You guys did not talk. You're saying that you have proof that that's not the case.
Oh yeah, I have text messages, and the text messages that I can present are always her reaching out to me.
Well, let's see the text message.
Let's
pull out the text message.
You can read them out.
To the receipts, shall we?
Yes, we sure can, and you can read the dates.
Okay.
This is,
Okay. All right.
So, and it's not a whole lot, but it's enough. It can support that I'm telling you she's not being
Well, what is
truthful.
this? This is March 12th, 2017. This is a video. This is from her.
That's from her that she sent to me. We were hanging out, and you can hear her voice in it.
So this is you dancing.
That's me dancing.
So she was behind
Listen
you.
to her.
That is Reva taping you, girls hanging out, and okay, all right.
March 12th,
2017, April 5th, 2017. What are you doing for Memorial Day, 25th through the 30th? And then you say, no plans yet, doll, what's up? Oh, this is when she invited you to go out of the
country. You're associate.
She says, going to St. Martin, Anguilla, and St. Bart's, too much to text. Give me a call when you get a moment. You say, okay, but what's the cost? She says, my airline ticket was $630 round trip. My homeboy got villas. If we share a room, it's like $540. If you get your own room, it's $1,080. I'm reading these actual texts.
What's the date?
The text, the date that this started was April 5th, 2017. And she reaches out and says, what are you doing for Memorial Day?
Right.
That definitely feels like a friend. I wouldn't, that's
Oh, come
That's
on
a friend.
now, honey.
Okay. All right. So my homeboy had a room. I told him to hold 2 rooms for me. It's 3 of us going. He has 25 of his friends coming,
That
women and
trip,
men.
I'm not doing.
So it should be excited. So it should be exciting. It should be interesting. I'm excited. Do you know George Wilson? He played ball. And you say nice, but I don't. That sounds like a great time. And then you say you do know him. Yes, it should be fun. Going to get a boat and island hop. I've always wanted to go to Anguilla, so when we were at the range the other day, he invited me. I got my airline ticket. I'm ready to go.
Oh, so that's a man and she paid for it?
This is hit. And then she's, okay. Wow. Getting ready
She
to
sent
call.
you a collage, didn't she?
She sent a picture of the guy. He is fine as hell. I do know him.
But
He
it's
is
a picture
fine.
collage.
It is a picture collage. And she says this is, so then she says, getting ready to call it a night, hun. Another text message. This, and you can tell who's texting because, you know, when you have an iPhone, your texts are in blue, the
Yeah.
other person's in gray. Hey, babe, were you interested before I fill this other room? That's April 6th. You say, go ahead, dog. Got a lot on my plate at this moment, but that's going to be a blast. Okay.
Well,
All right.
we got some more.
April 7th. Okay, what idea do I have for a mommy-daughter day?
Okay, where was the brunch at she's talked about?
Mommy-daughter day, yeah.
I don't hear a brunch.
And then you say, hey, I haven't even thought about it. I'm sure we can find something fun and thrifty to do. She says, okay, you want to shoot for Saturday. The texts are very friendly. That's not an associate text because first of all, you don't talk to you don't share a room on a trip to Anguilla with an associate. We're grown women. We don't share
We
rooms
don't do
with.
that.
Yeah, this is texting back and forth. April, then it goes to April 8th, and it goes to April 2nd, 2018.
I just really wanted to touch on that mommy-daughter because she keeps saying a brunch. She's
Yeah.
never mentioned a brunch. She asked me my idea.
She did. It says, what idea do you have for a mommy-daughter day? Something cheap because she's all up in my pockets. I wish okay.
We also have the warning text. I mean, we have it all.
Oh, my goodness. Oh, my meeting is canceled today. So this is, hey, lady, these are very friendly texts. I really wish, I know you're going to the show tonight, boo. I'll probably
She's
see you
talking
there.
about
I'm
my
kind of
ex.
excited. Oh, she's going to the Genuine
He
show.
had a show here that I was, of course, at the time because I was with him. But
So so the first thing is she texts and says, I know you're going to the show tonight. I'll probably see you there. I'm kind of excited. My kind of music. Hey, doll, yes, I'll be there, and we're doing an after party. Yes, ma'am, I'm sure I'll be there, too. Okay, cool. Then she hits you on May 18th. Where you at tonight, boo? Meet me at Silva's. Clinton was like, ain't none of
Another
our
football
girls there,
player.
and I thought of you because I know you're out. Wow. So you said Mario has seen this
he's seen them all.
July 27, 2018. Excuse me, your hair is blocking my view. Thought of you with hearts.
She sent me a meme to post
About you because we know
I wear
you have
big
the
hair.
big hair.
So you thought of me?
Oh my
Little
gosh.
me?
Hey, love, hope you're having a good day. See you soon. This is again from Reva. Hey, doll, see you soon. And there's pictures of all of you guys together. Just glad we could be happy. Last night was intense. So these are texts about the show. July 23rd, be careful with Mario. Didn't get a chance to talk to you about your last text. What's up? This is from you. Didn't get a chance to talk to you about your last text. What's up? I'm in a loud spot. She says, oh yeah, I forgot you were going out. I hate texting a lot, but the bottom line is I've known you for several years now, and I've learned Mario hasn't been honest about a lot. So that was my heads up to you, but you seem like you're already aware. Nothing deep, just want you to be careful. Gotcha, dog. Gonna call you tomorrow for sure. And she says, okay, babe, enjoy your night. Please keep what we talked about between us.
And Mario and I called her. He was with me when I called her, and he heard it all. He heard it all, and she was talking very bad about him.
I'm not gonna lie, I'm in shock because she told me she had receipts, but I did not expect the receipts to be like that. I didn't expect her to be talking to you in such a, like, that's like me and my girlfriend talking back and forth.
Yeah.
hey, what are you doing for Memorial Day?
Exactly. So I don't have a reason to lie about anybody's friendship, you know.
Right,
I
right.
felt like that type of interaction required boundaries, like I said. I mean,
Right.
Why would you want to date somebody that is telling you he's feeling me? Why
Right.
would you want to have that competition? You know, because if it was opposite and Mario told me, hey, Reva, I mean, I'm sorry, hey, Tondy.
Right.
I'm feeling Reva.
Right.
I would pick her today if it ended.
Right.
Which is what he told her.
Right.
So
Wow.
I'm like, I would fall back. That's what I was
Right.
telling her at the cabin. Like, okay, well, I'm not going to compete with my who I feel is my girl.
Right.
You
Well,
know?
obviously she felt that way to ask you to go on the trip.
My daughter, our daughters, I didn't hear anything about a brunch. She's never
Yeah.
mentioned.
She said, "Mommy, daughter day.
Yeah.
What ideas do you have? Let's do something."
She asked me do I know a spot?
But it was presented like it was something that was set up. Okay.
No, and you didn't see anything about our mutual friend.
I did not see anything. I don't even see a name of anybody else besides the football player, who is fine. By the way, okay, so Tondy, what now? What now? What are you doing now? Like, are you still open to Mario? I hate the fact that he seems to be able to go back and forth.
I get
think
what
that's
you're
unfair.
saying, and that's,
But I mean,
yeah.
but that's also realistic in life when you have feelings for somebody. But where are you at with that situation
as of
right
right now, like I said, I told him almost 2 weeks ago when he finally told me that he's in a relationship with Reva. I said, well, I don't think we should be communicating anymore, because before then he was just saying he was single. I can do what I want to do.
Right.
I'm not committed to anyone. I'm just seeing her. Those are his words. Seeing, dating, those are the words he would use.
Wow.
And so once I had to pull it out of him, because I called him in a couple of lies. He was telling me, I said, I heard you went to church today with Reva. And I said, you haven't been to church in forever. You know, what's going on? And he's like, she didn't go with me. You know, he was like, and then he said he went to the movies by himself, and you know, people were coming.
Just having a hard time. He
couldn't keep up with life.
He just obviously cares for both of you guys and is just
And that's
not
possible.
sure what to
and
do.
he said that to me before. He said it's possible for a man to love two women. He said, I still have feelings for you. You know that, and you know, he expresses that a lot.
Right.
So now I've cut the communication off.
We don't want him to come by the house anymore, Tondy.
No, he can't pop up over there.
Okay, we don't want.
He's not coming over anymore.
We want Mario to stay away.
Like
from
I
the
said,
house.
it's happened, and you know, I just want to put it behind me now.
Yeah.
That's it. Look, let it rip.
Let it
R.I.P. Rest in peace to this toxic situation.
Right. But I'm glad that you did not go to a negative place. I talked to Reva about the fact that it's, as Black women, we have got to treat each other better.
I totally
right?
agree.
And we have to. You did bring your receipts. That's the best way to handle it, by just saying, this is what I have, this is what it is. So
Hey, you got to show and prove. You know what I mean?
And just keep it moving.
And keep it moving. Trust me, you guys, Tondy will be fine. This is a big lesson for me. It's a blessing in every lesson.
Yeah.
And, you know, so I'm just really, I'm just over it. I'm checking out of that.
We're just going to put it to bed. Put it to bed.
R.I.P.
Any hope of you and your ex getting back together?
Oh, Lord. You know, I do speak with him, but, you know, if it happens, that would be a gradual thing. You know, we still have to get on the same page. So, you know, we don't want to revisit why we're not together. And it wasn't a bad thing. I'm always going to be cool with him. He's one of the best people I know.
Yeah.
But you know, we're in different workspaces, and he's
traveling,
and I'm moving. So it's just kind of like, you know, we just got to get.
See
So,
what's next.
Right. I'm open. My heart has not been hardened.
Right. That's a beautiful thing. Obviously, for you to still be able to be cool with Mario after that, I gotta just commend you.
Well, we needed each other. I'm not gonna lie about that.
Yeah,
we were each other's support.
Yeah.
And that's the main thing. We really were.
But for you to be able to see through that when he didn't treat you like his support, because he did not treat you that way at the reunion.
Well, he said out of his mouth, he said, hey, Tondy, that says a lot about you that you can even still talk to me. He said, I do appreciate that.
Yeah.
Mario's not a bad guy.
Yeah.
No, he's not a bad guy. He's a confused guy. But he's not,
a lot of confusion going around
a bad guy
in these streets. What's next for Tondy?
So right now I have a few, you know, I'm in theater. So
And you sing.
I sing. Just a few scripts in my face, and then I'm trying to decide what's what, because theater season is coming up now. So, and I do a lot of travel in theater.
Because that's the show that we remember you from. You guys are working on a play.
Your husband is cheating.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
That's where I rekindled with G.
your ex.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
So, you know.
Well, we wish you much success.
thank you so
Please
much.
keep
This
us
has been
posted.
pleasant.
You have my information. Keep us posted as you move forward and do other things. And hopefully this will be a lesson. What lesson would you say you learned from this? I like what you said your mother said about everybody's not like you.
Yeah.
So if you expect people to be like you, you will get your heart broken. But
That's a huge lesson.
what else
actually.
did you
My
learn
mother
from-
has always said that. But, you know, honestly, just follow your gut. That is the main thing. Follow your gut. When I was feeling those little things, something's wrong, something's off, and you're trying to overlook it, you know, I would never do that again.
Did you feel little warnings with Mario?
You know what? Towards the end of our relationship, I did.
Yeah.
And I would say things to him, and I think it kind of, you know, he got taken aback by that. Because when we were breaking up and I felt like he wasn't really trying to work on our relationship.
Yeah. You called him out about that on the reunion. You said you said that you were about trying to work on things and
Something
at
was
the
going
first
on because up until the day of the reunion, I mean, I talked to him the day before. He was telling me he was getting his suit tailored.
I'm
And
so sick of this foolishness. Are y'all sick of Mario and Tondy and Reva's foolishness?
suit tailored. I mean, he had plenty of time to tell me what was about to happen.
Well, it's obvious because you went up to him and he said, "You look nice. My loss."
I'm like, okay.
Bless his heart. Okay.
Follow your gut, ladies.
Follow your gut.
Follow your gut, and don't be a in case of emergency backup plan. It never works. Okay.
Thank you guys for tuning in. I know you guys are going to have a lot to say. Let people know where they can follow you because I know they already follow him. But if you're not following Miss Tondy, where can they follow you at?
So you can follow me on Instagram. I live for Tondy, ILIV4, Tondy, Tondy. And it's actually that all across the board on my Twitter. Well, Facebook is Tondy Gallant. So, hey.
Last question now, because I had Brent here earlier and I asked him, was there anybody else he was feeling on the show? Anybody else that if you could look back, you would have spent some more time with on the show?
Oh, it would have been Brent.
Oh, wow. Okay. We may be able to work that out.
Oh, no. Well, I love my Alexis. So.
Oh, so see, just so you don't want to go back and
No,
you don't want to be a...
Brent was my second choice.
Wow. Okay.
But he just is so mysterious and FBI-ish. And, like, you work for the government? I'm like, what is Brent's last name? He was so mysterious, and I think that was what appealed.
It's attractive to.
Yeah. So but he's a great guy.
He seems like a very nice guy.
He really is. So other than that, Mario was pretty much the only one.
Okay. Well, we appreciate you coming by and being
Thank
so
you for
honest.
having me.
Absolutely beautiful. Joy to talk to. I wish you much success. We'll keep in touch. And thank you guys for tuning in. I can't wait to see what you guys think about this interview. And I will see you next time on Let's Get Crystal Clear.
All right.